All right, we're here with Josh Green again, and as you can see, we're in the weight room, and we got these girls working pretty hard. This is not something a lot of people see. You got these kids in here. It's 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. They're working their tails off. So, what are some of the things that you're looking for in these players and trying to develop?
We're really trying to do a lot of ground-based development of strength and speed and agility. We're not big fans and not really promoters of throwing large amount of weights around in the weight room. It's not conducive to good soccer playing. We ultimately want to use the strength and conditioning staff to help develop athleticism, develop agility, getting from point A to point B as fast as they can, being able to get from the ground up in the air higher and faster, be able to land a lot more safe, and go into tackles stronger, more confident, and be able to bounce out of them with either no injury whatsoever or very minimal damage whatsoever. So a lot of it is ground-based athletic work.
And you see a lot of core stuff going on. One of the things that we've really noticed a lot in the last decade is the attention that people are paying to avoiding the ACL injury on the women and players, and it looks to me like they're working on some of that stuff right now.
Yeah, a lot of flexibility built with the legs, the back, the posterior chain, the core work is absolutely imperative in developing their ability to avoid injuries such as that. There's some circumstances you just can't avoid, but if we can minimize the opportunity, minimize the damage that happens in a certain circumstance with flexibility, with strength, with the early rehabilitation, and that's actually prehabilitation, putting them in a position where they're stronger to avoid these injuries. We feel we're going to have a much better student, much better athlete going into situations in the games, but ultimately which enhances the experience of the student athlete. We want them coming here having fun, having a blast and a half, enjoying their time here, and part of that is playing, not being injured on the bench, participating in games and making an impact.
Absolutely, and one of the things that it's so neat to see is when we got in here, the place was half filled with these gigantic football players, and they just got out of the way for these women's soccer players to come lift. I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think the football players know where their place is here in the weight room, and they kind of understand and back away from these girls. But no, but in all seriousness, it's a great, again, developing the department. I think there's mutual respect for each one of their roles here in the weight room. And for the girls, I think the guys look on them as well as like, wow, they're really taking care of their bodies. They're being fit. They're being healthy. They're taking care of themselves for game situations so they can get better, fitter, stronger.
So how much time during the course of a year now, or during the course of a school year, what's the expectation of these players? How many days do they spend over the course of a year in the weight room? Are there parts of the year that they don't come here? How does that work?
We want it to be a year-round habit for them. So when they create that habit here, when they finish playing, they go off into careers and lives that are beyond college. We want them to have that experience to enjoy their time here and understand the benefits of being strong, of weightlifting, of core work, of circuit training. So we hope it carries on beyond this. We will do during the fall twice a week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We'll do weight training on Tuesdays and then core work and a lot of circuit training out at the field on Wednesdays. Try to keep it continual throughout that whole time. If we take days off or we miss or just go one or skimp on it, we're really not creating habits. That will carry over into the off season, spring season. As soon as we get back from winter break, we'll start 5 days a week in here, really starting to develop the new techniques, making sure the technique is correct through some of the really difficult complexes. And then once we get back into the playing mode, we'll go 3 times a week in the weight room, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or Tuesdays, Thursdays, and an extra day in there, depending upon the schedule. But again, it's just creating that year-round mentality, that year-round habit of strength training.
Speaking of that year-round, in a month, classes are going to be done here, but that doesn't mean soccer is going to be done. How many of these players do you expect are going to stick around here all summer and knock the ball around and stay fit?
That's one of our goals, is to have opportunities for them to stay here, utilize our strength staff. Our strength staff has been amazing and has been so approachable and open to new suggestions and new ideas, and one of it is staying around during the summertime to create that opportunity for every single student athlete to come in here and be able to utilize the weight room, be able to go through the program that they set up that they know will help them prepare for next fall. But that's for every student athlete as well as our soccer players. And we're trying to encourage our camps, our clinics to take off so they can help them be employed here, some other employment opportunities within the city to help stay here. So we'd like to 100%. Is that realistic? It's definitely a goal that we like to attain if possible.
Well, I've been to a few, summer camps at D1 schools. Creighton's one of them. And you know, you see every player in the team is there, and they're, you know, they found them jobs and they're doing what they can, but they're with the team all summer long, and you know, you can't argue with the success they've had.
No, absolutely not. And we have deep respect for everything that they've done down there and the level that they put themselves up. And again, that's one of the models we'd like to say we're trying to replicate. Have that creation of year-round mentality, and that model has been very successful, and we'd like to kind of replicate that as best we possibly can as well.
Well, fantastic. Really like what we're seeing here, and looking forward to getting down on the field now and watching the girls doing a little knocking the ball around.
Yeah, we are too. Thank you.